Bachira's backflip, Aryu's muscle fiber tracking, Colossal Titan Niko, and Reo X Bachira cloning. Bro, we eating good this chapter. I can't believe this is my life right now. If you're rooting for Blue Lock, then you have no worries in the world right now. But if you was hoping for a Nigeria resurgence, then all I have to say is, unlucky! Nah. But in all seriousness, Bachira just put Blue Lock in the lead within the first 3 minutes of the match. And we finally get to see the results of Niko and Aryu's training, as well as an exciting new combination from Reo and Bachira in the end as Blue Lock start another counter attack on Nigeria. Man, it's crazy how they're doing, my African brothers. I'm actually starting to worry at this point. This can't go on much longer, Kaneshiro. Please make them do something. Anyways, what's good everyone? I'm Raito 6 and I want to do things a little bit differently this time round. I want to talk about the 6 particular things we learned in this chapter as opposed to your run-of-the-mill recap and review. Let's spice it up a little. So here are my top 6 things we learned from Blue Lock chapter 315. What the hell? Starting us off with number 1, Bachira has the acrobatics. Following his nice little backflip celebration, we see a little flashback of 44 days earlier. Bachira teaching some kids the basics and becoming self-aware of his own sensations and his sensual talent as he rediscovers that sense of wonder that was already inside him, which is his dribbling, his source of fun. And Bachira decides that he's gonna make this his ego that takes him to being number 1 in the U20 World Cup. I really like this from Bachira. We see him having some introspective and learning about himself a little bit more and more. And by being more conscious of the way he dribbles, I think that's only gonna serve him to make more intentional plays and get him more goals. Because in the past, Bachira was always that guy that could dribble. But if you notice, oftentimes he never really finished. But I think his goal scoring consistency is really gonna skyrocket. And I really do think that this version of Bachira will be even more unstoppable than before. Second thing we learned is Aryu playing a big role in stopping Nigeria here. By implementing the judo principle of spacing and by reading tiny movements in the opponent's body and gaze, Aryu was able to slow down Onazi by sensing his next action, making it really hard for the Nigerian to get past him. This new ability lets Aryu predict and track his opponent's next movement. It sort of reminds me of Darai, who was easily able to see Otaya's stealth movements using the concept of yin and yang to anticipate and cut him off within his snare. I really love this for Aryu, and I think his long limbs should give him a huge advantage here too. I really hope they develop this more and not make it a one and done thing. I want Aryu to be a one-on-one defensive demon, both on the ground and in the air. Now, number 3, let's talk about jacked Niko. We are witnessing our young bright-eyed apprentice undergo a titan transformation. He's joined the gym bros and become a mini powerhouse. Best of both worlds, both brains and brawn. Now the question is, should he have gone manshine? I joke, because obviously Ubers helped him to develop his defensive side a little bit more, and now with his training, it means that he can incorporate the principle of both Ubers and Manshine in one go, and coupling that with his brilliant passing range, which was rated at 88 back in the NEL mind you, this for me makes Niko an out and out starter. He's almost got no flaws in the game anymore. Bro, what a player. But guys, before we carry on, please let me know what you think to this format and what I can do to improve in the comments below. Also, please do me a favor and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we're aiming for 3K by the end of the year. So let's push hard together to reach it. Now, the 4th thing I really wanted to talk about is this. They did my boy Kuso so dirty. He's losing his edge. He's looking uncool. And he started off this chapter so well, cooking with his dribbling past Bachira and making sure Isagi, who's running back to defend by the way, doesn't get the ball. Kuso was dictating play for Nigeria, but he got dispossessed again. That's the 2nd time. And it seems the Blue Lockers are targeting his link up with Onazi, making sure Kuso has no time to think on the ball. And that's probably because they've identified him as the main offensive drive. As much as Nigeria is relying on Onazi, Onazi himself is relying on the rest of them to create plays for him. As long as they target this link up, then Nigeria will forever remain predictable. Can't lie, it's not looking good, bruv. Now point number 5, I'm worried about Nigeria. This game is barely maybe in the 5th minute, but the Nigerian players are all starting to sweat once Blue Lock regained possession of the ball. Kuso looked desperate and out of ideas. Only silver lining for me right now is that Onazi has disappeared, which basically means he's gonna reappear somewhere in the defensive line and try to intervene. But just how long can he keep this up for? Because it only took Bachira 3.5 minutes to score his first goal. And if Onazi is gonna be doing doggies the whole 90 minutes, it's really not sustainable. Nigeria need an awakening. Onazi may be the one to drive this if he can stop the next attack, but I highly doubt it. Hopefully Kuso can adapt, as he seems to be the analytical one. So I pray he unlocks meta vision and helps his country level up. Otherwise, yeah, Nigeria cooked. Finally, number 6. Reo has finally arrived, and the boy is ready to cook. Reo pulls out the beast mimicry fang over fang with this double Bachira formation. Bro, this attack is looking dangerous. I'm honestly really looking forward to seeing what these two can cook up together. And if I'm honest, if you can't even stop one Bachira, how do you expect to stop 2? Yeah. This game's looking like it may end up being an easy wash for Blue Lock. Personally, I predict something like a 4-1, 4-2 scoreline, because I do think Nigeria will peg one back, but I don't think they'll have enough to do any more than that. But one thing I do find really peculiar is that we don't really get to see who else is sat on the bench for Blue Lock. Does that mean that no one's gonna be coming on? I really hope not, because I think that this starting team can really have the game wrapped up by half time, and then you can bring on a few of the lesser players to get a run out. You know, your nana says in that. But yeah guys, those are the 6 things that we learned about Blue Lock chapter 315. Let me know what else you guys wanted to point out in the comments below. And please make sure before you leave, you like and subscribe to the channel. And join us on our locker room live streams every Tuesday night at 10:30 PM UK time. That way you can speak and interact with your favorite Blue Lock creators, and we can get a better gauge of you guys' thoughts. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one. Until I see you next time, please take care and God bless.